This is me in the British Library holding a book I published purely to annoy my sister. But how did I do it?
You look like a carrot.
And more importantly, why? Well, if you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I've made it my life's mission to always have one up on my sister. But recently, she's done something that I haven't. She's written a book. My family are, of course, all really proud of her. And that drives me mad. So I'm going to make it my mission to write a book and get it published before hers.
Do you want to set it on fire?
And not only that, I'm going to get it on the shelves of the most historic library in the world, the British Library.
Why am I here?
You know, you got a book coming out soon.
So, all I need to do is write a book and infiltrate the publishing world to remind everyone that I'm better than my sister. But on this occasion, I may have taken it a step too far.
Thanks. This was the one thing I had.
My sister's writing a book and I'm cross about it. Incredible achievement. She's a very smart woman. She's been through a lot and her story is going to be incredible, but I can't let her beat me. I am legally the favourite child.
You forever refer to Max as the favourite sibling.
No.
So I need to write a book, which surely can't be too difficult as YouTubers have a long history of writing books. PewDiePie, Chris MD, Ryan's Toy Reviews. I mean, he was 3 when he wrote that book. He can't even read his own book. I have started to try and write the book. This is my progress. It's quite hard. So, I'm going to crowdsource this and compile all the horrible things that people have said about me on the internet and put it into one little book. Things such as, you look like your bullies were bullied. Genuine question, do you orgasm caviar? And, oh look, it's Benedict Cumbertwat. Brilliant. After a mere 2 hours of work, I had an entire manuscript of your hate comments edited and ready to go. And the next day, due to the wonders of 24-hour printers, my manuscript of mean comments had arrived. Ta-da! And since my sister's book is called Hooked, to annoy her even more, mine is also called Hooked.
Definitely better than Tony's book by Mum and Dad. Thanks, guys.
It would be useless until a publishing company would get on board, but that would be the easy part, right?
It's really difficult to publish a book.
Right. This is Doug. He works in the publishing industry, and unfortunately, he had some bad news for me.
Even if you're a big star author, a year, minimum to go from finishing writing a book to seeing it on the shelf.
That would be a problem. My sister's book was coming out in 3 months. I didn't quite have a year.
Are there any shortcuts that you can use?
Shortcut.
But Doug did say I could do some things that really would make my name stand out to the publishing world.
You're going to need a good audiobook.
Yeah.
You're going to need a famous name to read it. You're going to need to think about press. You want to get reviewed, ideally in major publications. A big launch, maybe. Book launch, if you get something special happening around the book, just to drum up interest. I mean, those 3, can speed up the publishing process, Get the audiobook right, get the press, get the launch.
Right, first up, the audiobook. I've hired a recording studio, but I need a top celeb to do the reading of the book. Who's the most famous bloke in audiobooks? Stephen Fry. He's the guy who did the Harry Potter audiobooks.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So, I've reached out to his agent. Apparently his agent said he's not interested in recording audiobooks just to annoy my sister. What a killjoy. But I've got the next best thing.
My name is Stephen Fry, and I look after businesses.
This man is Stephen Fry, and he was the only one of the 25 Stephen Frys and 3 Stephen Frays that got back to me on Facebook. Our Stephen Fry would be lending his larynx to Hooked, so he opened the book and started to read.
Max recently did a video testing out ideas. Here's an idea. Stop making videos.
It seemed early doors that there was a pattern emerging to the kind of hate comments I was receiving.
Posh guy. Posh. Tory twat.
But there were some inventive ones as well.
Max looks like if the Milky Bar boy went to private school. You look like the male equivalent of a daddy's girl. Built like a baked bean.
My favourite probably has to be this comment.
Revolut is the financial super app used by over 35 million people worldwide.
And by signing up with my link, you'll get yourself a cheeky £20 after making your first transaction. And that's enough to buy my sister's book. Although I definitely recommend mine instead.
How do you fold a bedsheet with that chin?
And with Revolut's metal plan, I'm able to personalise my card any way I like.
There's something really behind me, isn't there?
With the app, you can help set yourself budgets so you can save. You can also use the spare change roundup feature to save your pennies through the day. And the way that works is when you spend, Revolut will round up your purchase to the nearest whole number and stash away that extra money into your savings vault.
You look like a carrot.
Revolut even helps you save money when you're spending money, with up to 30% discount on some big boy brands like Adidas, or cashback on brands like Ray-Ban or Nike. And if you lose your card, it's super easy to freeze in the app. Revolut will just send you another card and you can create a virtual card right away, meaning you can keep spending money whilst you're waiting for your new card to arrive.
You look like a young slice of ham.
So download Revolut for free today and get £20 when you make your first purchase with the card. And maybe don't personalise them with hate comments.
Feral rat man.
Great, that's a wrap. Thank you very much, Stephen. What a fantastic reading of Hooked. You are, as your name suggests, an absolute titan of the industry. Audiobook in the bag. Next on the list, Press. Now this was more achievable. Doug never said what publications I should get the book into, so I went to all the big hitters, including it becoming the book of the week for the Salisbury Canoe Club, the Dutch Pub Quiz Network, and the NBA's official wedgie tracker. Press done, onto the final hurdle, organising a book launch. We all know how book launches work, author reading bits of their book out to no one listening whilst they nurse a Sauvignon Blanc. Boring! I had another idea. It's a trebuchet, kind of like a medieval catapult, and we'll be doing an actual book launch. This lovely man's name is Todd, and this is his trebuchet, a medieval siege weapon he built himself.
Do you want to have a go?
I am also a massive wuss.
You still got body weight, that's all you need. Come on, lean into it.
Did you have blueprints for this, or did you just kind of like eyeballed it?
There's some drawings, but they're actually made up by a Frenchman around
Oh,
1900.
you can't trust the French unless you're making a white flag. So we're going to strap it to this, are we?
Yeah, that we have to attach to that, then we can go.
Great.
So Todd loaded my hate-filled book into the trebuchet,
Harry, whatever book launch you're doing, you shove it where the sun don't shine.
and I prepared for the most cathartic book launch in history.
3, 2, 1, go!
That is launched.
That is a book launch!
You want to set it on fire?
You could say it's hot off the press.
With the book officially launched, step 3 of the plan was complete. And it was time to send off my manuscript to the publishers. After 6 weeks of waiting, I had heard back from the publishers, where a publisher has agreed to publish the book. So I asked Tally to meet me at the British Library, as I had something important to show her.
Wait for my sister. Oh, she's in. Hello.
Camera for.
You know, you got a book coming out soon.
Hopefully it's in there.
Yeah, well, not yet.
That's true.
As we entered, it struck me that it wasn't just a building, it was a custodian, a protector of works of art, works by Chaucer, Austen, Dickens, and now you, the commenters of the Max Fosh channel.
Down. Yeah. So, there's a reason I brought you today.
What now?
Obviously, it's very exciting. When's your book out?
May 14th.
It's going to be published in the British Library. Now, I've been a bit cross about obviously. So, what I have done, I managed to get a book with the same name published in the British Library.
Oh, for f***'s sake.
So, under the British Library Index, it's going to be one above.
You're joking. Oh my god. So it's going to be above my name, is it?
Yeah,
British Library.
just one above.
This is the one thing I had on you.
These are all the hate comments that I've had written about me under my video.
At least my book will be a lot more intellectual. No wonder you bloody brought me here. I was like, what the hell could he possibly want me to do at the British Library? If I'd known that you were going to do this, I wouldn't have given you your own thank you.
In what?
I gave you a whole acknowledgement.
Did you actually?
Yeah, to my brother Max. Thank you for being my best friend and support, even through my lowest moments. Whereas,
So nice. Why?
because, you know, you've been very helpful in my life. Take that back. Am I an acknowledgement in that book?
No, you're not.
Well, it's a bit of an imbalance there, isn't there?
I do feel a bit bad, but I'll give you an opportunity to plug your book.
Fine.
Where can they get your book? The one that's I'm in the acknowledgements.
The proper Hooked book
Yeah.
will be out on the 14th of May. It's available for pre-order now. It's on Amazon.